Hello everyone, this is Kimfx. I'm back again with an update of the pairs I shared insights on last week, that is on Sunday. And these were the pairs. I had shared some insights on Gbpusd, Eurusd, Gbpjpy, and Usdjpy. We are going to start with Gbpusd. And I was expecting a bullish week, of which we have been bullish from this point where we had our point of interest to where we had targeted. So this is what I had anticipated, a bullish trend on Gbpusd, and that is what happened. We had our point of interest over here. After this bullish breakout structure, we had this order block, and during our analysis, we had this change of character, and we waited for price to pull back to our extreme POI, which was on 1 hour's time frame. So once you shift to 1 hour's time frame, this is where we had. This is where we are waiting for price to tap into. We're waiting for price to tap into this POI, then get in for buys. But unfortunately, price did not come to that point. We just anticipate. We don't dictate of what price does. So price did not tap onto our POI. But during the course of the week, we were given another opportunity here. And now, after price failed to tap into our point of interest, we had this breakout structure. And below this breakout structure, we had this order block that led to this breakout structure. Over here, we have a 4 hours order block. Let's shift to 4 hours order block for easier visibility of that. And here we have the order block. This order block over here is known as a pivot mid-movement order block. And here is. So once price tapped onto this order block, shift to lower time frame and look for buying confirmations. And over here on the 1 hour's time frame, we had these buying confirmations. We had a change of character at this point. We had a change of character at that point. Price pulled back to this point of interest over here. Let me take this off. So after this change of character over here, price pulled back to this point of interest. That order block over there led to this change of character over here. And these were the clean buys from this point. From that point, stop loss and few pips below that low. And take profit, we target there the 4 hour swing high as we had anticipated. So that was the setup. This is only a setup that we got on Gbpusd that the market gave. And again, I can see there is a setup for next week. So this is what you should be expecting, though a short-term buy from this point. So after this breakout structure over here, this order block led to this breakout structure over here. The first pullback after that breakout structure is known as an inducement. So after that inducement, we had liquidity sweep. And so price is on our extreme order block. So next week, we're expecting buys from this zone. We're expecting buys from that zone. Next week, we're expecting buys from this zone over here, targeting this high over here. So I'm going to make a video of these pairs for next week. So we go to the next pair, which was Eurusd. Still on Eurusd. Still on the Eurusd, I had anticipated a bullish market from the 4 hours time frame. I had anticipated a bullish week on Eurusd, and that happened. That one happened. So this was the setup over here, and we were targeting this high over here. We had our point of interest at this point. We were targeting this 4 hour swing high. Our setup was on 1 hour's time frame. and this is the 1 hour time frame over here. So after price had mitigated our 4 hours order block or POI, we had this change of character over here. The first pullback after this change of character was definitely inducement. We had that as, sorry, not that part. I'm very sorry about that. Yes, this is where we had our order block, and after change of character at this point, I had these 2 points of interest. I had this order block and this order block, and I had stated, you can watch the other video. I had used my fib, and I was anticipating price to pull back at least to below the 50% of this, and get to this extreme order block here for me to get onto those buys. Unfortunately, on that price did not push to that point, hence we did not get that. Did not get these buying opportunities from those points. But during the course of the week, we had this break of structure over here. We had that break of structure. After that break of structure, this order block led to this. That order block led to that break of structure over there. We expected price to pull back to this order block, which it did. After pulling back to that point of interest, we had this change of character over here. The first pullback after the change of character, which is the inducement. And now we wait for a pullback back to that point of interest, which we're experiencing now. Price has pulled back to our point of interest, and hence, since price reached to our point of interest without giving us an entry, we were left by this. For the aggressive traders, got that buy from this point, from that point, stop loss and few pips below here, the aggressive traders, and take profit above this point. That was the buy for the aggressive traders. For a trader like me who waits for confirmations, these were the confirmations. The change of character, pullback after that change of character, we have the inducement. So I wait for pullback back to this extreme order block. Once price gets to this extreme order block, now I'll be getting in for buys, targeting this swing high. So these are possible setup for next week. That is a possible setup for next week. So aggressive traders got this buy from this point, and that is a win on Eurusd, and with that take profit. We go to the next pair, which was the Gbpjpy. We had our analysis on the 4 hours time frame. The 4 hours time frame, we had this order block as our POI. Shift to 1 hours time frame to look for confirmations. On the 1 hours time frame, this was the last bearish break of structure. At that point, after this last bearish break of structure, we had a change of character over here. After that change of character, we had 2 POIs as marked over here. We had the fair value gap, and we had this order block over here. Price pulled back to this fair value gap. Got an entry, and we were targeting this 4 hour swing high. So this is a setup on Gbpjpy, and the target is on the 4 hours order block. Stop loss below that zone to prevent being taken out. And yes, we are moving on Gbpjpy. The last pair was Usdjpy. Usdjpy, the same analysis. This was our point of interest, 4 hours order block. Price tapped onto our 4 hours order block. We had a change of character. First pullback after change of character, which was the inducement. And then we had our extreme POI, where we had our entries, and our target was the 4 hour swing high. This 4 hour swing high. So this is our overall take profit, the 4 hour swing high, and we are heading well on Usdjpy. So those are the updates on the pairs that we had analyzed last week, and all the pairs went as anticipated. We were anticipating a bullish move on Eurusd, Gbpjpy, Gbp, USD, and Usdjpy, and all the pairs are headed as we had anticipated. So I will be making the next video. I will be anticipating on what I'm expecting to see next week. I give you the points of interest, and that will be it. So stay tuned, guys. Subscribe on my YouTube channel, like and share. Thank you.